This conference will now be recorded.
Once again, good morning, everyone. Last class we discussed Python definitions and we discussed types of arguments. In the types of arguments, we discussed we are having positional arguments, keyword arguments, default arguments, okay, and arbitrary this one positional comma keyword arguments. Okay. Now I'm going to write an example with that. So my requirement is I'm going to call a I'm going to call a method definition which contains student ID and student marks, and then I want to pass student gender and student city. So here one thing what you have to understand is make sure there are these keyword arguments. This keyword argument should follows the positional arguments. Okay, so here first one is student ID, and then I can have a positional argument, multiple position arguments. So later I can take multiple keyword arguments. Okay, so let me execute this program. So I'm taking a new one. Python definitions 2. Okay, so here I am having a requirement like this. Okay, so here I am going to write a definition, person details. So here student id comma, these are all the marks. It can be multiple positional arguments, so I am using marks. And then so these are all this is the gender, and then city, area. Now I'm having address. Okay, print student id is student marks, student gender is student address is. So in this one, guys, so here multiple positional arguments all will be assigned to this one. So last class I told you which will be a tuple, and the address I have taken keyword argument double star, so it can be any. Okay, it can be any, all will be into here, all will be into here. For suppose if I am having, okay, city, area, okay, for suppose
Sir, in address, two-star will be recommended, or you can their variable two variable like city and area. That's why you gave two-star.
okay, so my intention is I would like to let you know double star means any number of keyword arguments. So all two will be, now I have defined three. Now 3 will be here. Okay, see, first one is a positional argument, so first one is mapped with this one. Second one I have given star, means multiple positional arguments, so it can be one argument, two argument, three argument, it can be any. Okay, later I have given the keyword arguments, so this is assigned to this one. Later I have a multiple, so which are all assigned to multiple this one. Okay, it can be, right now I have given 3 4 5 whatever, everything will be mapped to this address only. Okay, for suppose here if I have given, okay, country equal to India. Okay, so here I have given country, so it is going to throw error. So arguments cannot follow keyword arguments, so already this is this one. Okay, so here we cannot follow this one, so make sure generally here we can write like this. So if you write like this, now it is going to take like this. Okay, so first one to one it is matched, fine. Then as a specified star, multiple it will take, so it will take this one, this one, this one, because those are all position arguments only. Next one is not keyword argument, so I don't want, up to here it is going to, gender is assigned to this one. Okay, then I have given double star, so whatever the keyword arguments, all it is going to take, whatever the keyword arguments, all it is going to take. Okay, let's clear this one.
After star,
Next,
are we not supposed to define any variable after star?
after star, for suppose here I have defined the, okay, mm, average. Okay, now if I given, okay, 89.5, okay, for suppose 89, now observe, it is going to throw error, so missing one required key. So after positional arguments, okay, multiple position argument, okay, it should be a keyword argument only, but I have defined the, see, I have specified the star, so it can be this one, this one, this one, all it is going to. So here it is going to consider this one as this one, okay, which is not true. So here observe the rule, one keyword argument only. So it should be a keyword argument.
Okay,
Now if you observe the marks, so here it will be considered this one as a marks, 18 and also considered as a marks. Okay, so just go through the recording, observe the practice this one, you can understand more. But in the real time people are using this one more, star, double star. So if you know number of arguments you can specify, if you don't know any number of arguments you can use star. Okay, the same thing if it is any keyword arguments, you can go for double star, you can go for double star. Now next, next, so there are, in Python we are having a lambda functions. Guys, this is very important, all of you please concentrate this one. For suppose I want to find out the square of the value, I can write a definition like this. Okay, okay, now the same thing if it is a lambda function, if it is a lambda function, lambda x colon, okay, lambda, how many arguments, one argument, take one, okay, colon, on top of this one what do you want to do, I want to perform the square, then x into x, assigning to a lambda function. See, lambda functions are anonymous functions, there is no name at all. Okay, now observe this one. F of 15, 25. F of 5, 25. Similar way, I am having a definition, get sum of a comma b. Now return a plus b. Print get sum of 30 comma 40. Now the same thing, if it is a lambda function, I am having a two arguments passing two values. On top of these two, what do you want to do? I want to do sum operation. Okay, execute this one. Now f of 30 comma 40, 70. So instead of writing the definition, we can do like this. Okay, now in the real time, guys, people are using like this only.
Sir, whole program is in with lambda.
So here, generally, if you have any simple statements, okay, single line statements, okay, those we can do. But suppose 20 lines of program, people are not implement. We cannot implement. So only normal simple functions we can go. Okay. So here in Python definitions, we are having map comma filter, map and filter. What is map? What is filter? Observe this one. I
Sir,
am
please
having a
give me
yes,
example of lambda with for loop.
lambda with.
Loop.
I'm going to say the same thing only. Okay. So consider I am having a list of elements. Now I want to find out the square of each and every element. I want to find out the square of each and every element. I want to get it into the output like this. I want output. So this is a output. I'm expecting the output. So generally what we are going to do, definition get square of n, return n into n. I am reading each and every element of a list. I am going to call the method get square of I. Okay, I want to print that one. The result I am going to ascending to the list. Okay, so here if you observe, I am going to perform on the each and every element of a list. Each and every element of a list I am going to perform the operation. So the same thing we can do here in the lambda function. Sorry, not map function. Map of map is expecting two arguments. One is definition name, another one is a sequence. Okay, so I am going to do map function. I am having a list. I am having a list of elements. I am having a list of elements. Okay, on top of each and every element I want to do some operation, which is this one. Here what happened is each and every element of a list will be mapped to this definition. Each and every element of a list will be mapped to this definition. Okay, now observe the output. It is going to return the map object, so I'm going to convert it into list. I'm going to convert it into the list. Okay. For suppose similar way, I'm having a list. I want to convert each and everything into uppercase. So the operation is convert each and everything. So if you do operation on each and every element, then we can go for map. So here on top of this one, I'm going to write a definition. Okay, so I'm going to do map operation on top of the list. Okay, now the same thing. Okay, now the same thing I can use a lambda with the map. Okay, I'm using the lambda with the map. So here I'm having a map function. So here on top of this sequence, I'm going to do lambda function. So here I have defined the function. So here I'm writing the function. So here lambda, take each and every element, take x. You can take any variable. On top of this one, I'm going to do square. The result is a list. Okay, single line we can do like this. Let's clear this one.
Sir, please explain what is the basic difference between lambda and map. What is the advantage of map comparing with lambda?
See, I don't know what you understood so far. Okay, lambda is a function. Okay, you can write a lambda function. So on top of the lambda functions, we can apply the map. Okay, so map is on top of, see, map is performing operation on each and every element. Okay, so
Okay, okay,
here on top of this element, each and every element, we can do this one. Okay,
okay, okay,
now the same thing here. Okay, I'm applying a map function on this list. So each and every element of a list, I want to do certain operation. The what is that operation? Take lambda,
okay,
take anything, str dot upper. Now the result I can assigning into a list. Similar way, filter also. So here lambda with normal filter function also. Consider I am having a list of elements like this. I want to find out the even numbers. I want to find out the even numbers. Generally, normal in Python, what you are going to do is definition get even. If n percentile to equal to 0, then return true. Else return false. For I in list, if if get even of I, okay, then print I. Get even. 2 and 4. So here if condition is expecting a boolean value, so above I am returning the true. For which elements it is returning true, it is I am going to get these details. For suppose output I want into a list. Okay. Now the same thing for see simple example guys. In the SQL, if you observe, select a star from employee where department number equal to 10. for which records the condition is true, it is going to return that one. So here we are filtering those records only, which condition is true. Similar way here also. Now the same thing, I am using the filter function. I am having a list of elements. Okay. So here filter on top of the list, take each and every element of the list. Okay. Take each and every element of the list. So for which element it is returning true. So by default it is returning the filter object. We can convert this one into list. We can convert this one into a list. So here filter, what happened is, for which elements the return value is true. For which elements the return value is true, it is going to take those things. Now the same thing, if I am using lambda function, okay. So here filter of list. So here I have to write a definition. Lambda functions. Lambda x colon x percentile to equal to 0. So this is the relational operator. It is going to return the boolean value true or false. For which element it is going to return the true or false, it is going to take those elements. Okay. Now, so this is lambda with map and lambda with the filter. So in the real time, guys, people are writing functions like this only. Okay, people are writing functions like this only. So here we have to understand. Here we have to understand map Python map function filter. The same thing, lambda with map and lambda with a filter. Consider an example, okay. Sorry, I am having elements like this. So this is one string, this is one string. Okay. Now in this I want only names only. Okay. So entire thing is one string. So each and everything I want to do operation on top of each and every string. So take map on top of this list. Okay. Take each and every list, every this one. I want to split this one x dot split with comma. Now what is the output? Observe the output. This one. In the split, I am going to take, okay, in the list I am going to take only first position. Single line I can write. Okay. For suppose I am having departments 10, 20. Okay, now observe here. I'm going to apply a filter. Let me try. Filter is expecting a list, person underscore details. Take each and every, okay, take each and every item, okay, or line dot split. I'm going to split with comma. In this one, take the 0 position, first position, second position. If it is equal to 20, then take that result into a list. Okay, these are all the lines. So like this, we can write lambda with map and lambda with filter. Okay. So next class, I'm going to discuss with modules and packages. Okay. So this is about the definitions. You can go through this one, introduction to Python definitions. This is fine. So next, I'm going to with the modules and packages. Okay. So tomorrow I will start this modules and packages, guys. Okay. Thank you. So today I have some office call actually. There is a problem with recording. The recording is not done properly. Okay, guys. We will see. Thank you.